It is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the Mario Sluggers League Championship Series to crown our first MSL champions. We kick things off on a beautiful summer day out here on the sea on the deck of Daisy Cruiser. The Peach Monarchs and DK Wilds will go toe-to-toe in a best-of-3 series to determine who our 2026 champions are. All 3 of our games will be played at neutral sites, starting today on Daisy Cruiser, then tomorrow night at Luigi's Mansion. If Game 3 is necessary, we'll play that one the next night in Bowser Jr.'s Playroom. Here are our lineups for today's game. I'll tag in my good buddy Boom Boom, who is my co-host throughout this series, to break down these lineups for us. What do you got for us, Boom Boom?
First, it's an absolute honor to be here with you calling this series. This is exactly the championship series matchup everyone was hoping for. You've got the 5-0 DK Wilds, the league's most explosive offense, taking on the 4-1 Peach Monarchs, owners of the league's best pitching staff. The Wilds won their regular season meeting 3-0, but the Monarchs have been waiting for this rematch ever since. One thing to keep an eye on today is the ballpark. Daisy Cruiser has the shortest distance down both foul lines in the league. Those corners are inviting, especially for a team like the Wilds. Donkey Kong already had 10 home runs this season. And with Funky Kong and King K. Rool hitting behind him, even a ball that just sneaks inside the foul pole has a chance to splash into the ocean. That could play right into DK's hands. On the flip side, the Monarchs counter with Daisy on the mound. She's been phenomenal all season with a microscopic 0.39 ERA. And if anyone can keep the Wilds from turning this into a home run derby, it's her. This feels like the classic battle of power versus pitching. And whichever side imposes its style first is going to take a huge step toward winning Game 1.
And here's how both teams ranked among the other teams in the league in some of the more noteworthy stat categories. What do you see here, Boom Boom?
If you're wondering why these two clubs are playing for the championship, just look at the numbers. The DK Wilds finished the regular season first in batting average and first in home runs. They don't just hit the ball, they punish it. Add in a league-best 28 great defensive plays and no errors all year. And you've got a team that can beat you in every phase of the game. But the Monarchs earned their spot a different way. They were the league's best pitching staff by a mile. First in ERA, first in fewest hits allowed, and first in fewest home runs allowed. That's exactly the kind of formula you want in a championship series. So it really comes down to this. Can the Monarchs' elite pitching cool off the hottest offense in the league, or will the Wilds' power prove too much to contain? That's the matchup we'll be watching all series long.
And it will no doubt be a joy to watch. Without further ado, let's get down to the field for the first pitch of the 2026 Mario Sluggers League Championship Series. Diddy Kong will start off the 2026 Mario Sluggers League Championship Series. He finished the season with a .467 average from the leadoff spot and an RBI. Swinging lines it into right field for a base hit to start off Game 1 on a positive note for the Wilds.
Diddy Kong's just doing what he does. Line drive base hits, making it look easy.
Dixie Kong will try to follow that up, lines it, and it's caught by Peach. Throws to first to double off Diddy Kong to clear the bases now with 2 outs. That makes way for Tiny Kong, who finished 2026 with a .267 batting average. She launches this one high into the air into right field. Toadette is positioned under it, awaiting the ball to drop, and she'll make the catch for the 3rd out.
That was a winning start for the Monarchs simply because they kept Donkey Kong from coming up to bat with any runners on the bases. He'll hit first next inning with empty bases, and that's huge. A solo home run will be the best he can do.
Toadette leads the game off for the Monarchs. A slightly disappointing .267 batting average this season. Hits it up the middle towards center field, and it drops in for a leadoff single.
All right, now we'll see if the Monarchs can do the opposite of what the Wilds did when they had a leadoff runner.
Peach stands in now with a .500 average and an RBI on the season. Line drive, it's caught, throw to first, and double play as Toadette was off the bag.
This looks like almost exactly what we just saw with the Wilds at the plate.
Daisy stands in looking to avoid that. She hit .571 during the regular season with 3 RBIs. She hits a line drive into left field. Baby DK makes the catch to end the 1st inning.
Well, they pretty much completely mirrored the Wilds at the plate. Leadoff single, then a line drive caught where they doubled off the runner at first, then a fly out to end the 1/2 inning. If you didn't think these teams were evenly matched, that should be a sign right there.
Flower ball pitch from Daisy to Donkey Kong. And she pops him up in the infield. And Daisy will make the catch herself for a huge 1st out.
A huge out. Even that's an understatement. The rest of the lineup is no pushover, though, so there is no sigh of relief on the mound.
King K rule up now, 692 average on the season. He hits a line drive, but it is caught by Baby Daisy for the second out. Not gonna lie, I thought that one was getting through.
You and me both. I did not think Baby Daisy had those ups.
Next up is the guy who finished first in batting average for the season, Funky Kong. He crushes it to left center, heading for the gap, and it will get down all the way to the wall. Funky Kong plays it safe, though, and stops at first for a 2-out single. That brings up Critter, the defensive wizard, to the plate. He's got a solid bat as well, and he proves that statement true as he crushes this one down the line, and it drops into the ocean for a 2-run blast. That gives the Wilds the first lead of the championship series, putting them up 2-0 here at the top of the second.
Critter said, "Put some respect on my bat." He's glad to be known for his defensive excellence, but I'm sure he's tired of his bat getting overlooked.
It's Brown Critter's turn now, not as flashy, but still respectable. Finished the season with an even .500 batting average and a pair of RBIs. He crushes this one, sending it way back deep to center field. The park may be big enough to hold it, though. Toadsworth gets under it and makes the catch for the third out. But not before 2 runs come across off of the big bat of Critter with a 2-run home run that's floating in the sea right now.
Yeah, he really made use of that short field down the foul line. It's a pretty easy home run if you can aim it right.
The powerful Petey Piranha will take his swings, hammers that ball high and deep to left field. It is drifting back in the ocean breeze. Still going, and it's gone. A solo home run for Petey Piranha that puts the Monarchs on the board, cutting the lead down to 1 run. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
That ball just kept on going and going. I know Petey is always glad when he plays in a normal-sized ballpark. He would have had much more than just 1 home run if he didn't play his home games in the largest park in the league. He's one of the strongest hitters. But balls hit in Peach's Ice Garden don't leave the park very often at all, no matter who hits it.
Blue Toad up next, 600 batting average on the season with a pair of RBIs. Swung on and heading towards left center field, and it bounces under the table for a base hit to put a runner on now with no outs.
The Toads, especially Blue Toad, are just solid, consistent hitters.
Yeah, and here's Red Toad, who hit an even .500 on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit into center field. Diddy Kong gives chase and gets there to make the catch for the first out.
I can't imagine how difficult it is to navigate the outfield with all of those tables.
Baby Daisy up now, and she too had a .500 average. Liner caught by Donkey Kong, throws to first to get the double play and finish off the second inning. And now is a great time to check in with our field reporter, Pauline, who got to talk with both team captains today. Pauline, tell us what you've got.
Thanks, MC. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to spend some time with both clubhouses, and I can tell you this championship series has all the makings of a classic. These are 2 teams that earned their way here in very different fashions, but both captains made it clear they're not interested in simply participating. They're here to leave with the trophy. Princess Peach told me her team's identity hasn't changed just because the stakes are higher. She said the Monarchs won't get caught trying to match the Wilds swing for swing. Instead, their focus is on staying disciplined, taking quality at-bats, and trusting the pitching and defense that carried them to the best ERA in the league. Peach also mentioned that patience will be important in a best-of-3 series, reminding her teammates that championships aren't won in a single inning. Donkey Kong's message was almost the complete opposite. He told me the Wilds want to dictate the pace from the very first pitch. He said when this lineup plays aggressively and forces the opposition onto its heels, that's when they're at their best. DK also stressed that while everyone talks about the Wilds' home run power, he believes their defense is just as much a reason they finished unbeaten in the regular season. He expects his team to stay aggressive but not careless. So while these teams may approach the game differently, there's one thing they absolutely agree on. Neither side believes it needs to reinvent itself to win a championship. The Monarchs are trusting the formula that made them the league's best pitching team, while the Wilds are leaning into the power and confidence that made them the league's top offense. It should make for a fascinating series. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Pauline, for another fantastic report. Toadsworth lines it into right for a base hit. The previous half inning saw the Monarchs handle the Wilds at the plate with some great defense by Peach at shortstop. We're now in the bottom of the third with a runner on first for the Monarchs and no outs. Baby Peach misses on a bunt attempt for strike 1. Takes a goofy swing and fouls it just a few feet down the third base line. Here comes the 2-strike pitch. Grounder off the glove of the diving Donkey Kong, and that'll be a base hit for Baby Peach.
Man, Donkey Kong wants that one back. That was in the glove and just popped out. Now the Monarchs have 2 runners on base with no outs. Tying run at second.
We circle back to the top of the Monarchs lineup with Toadette. She singled back in the first inning. Here comes the second pitch of the at-bat. Line drive into center field and it drops under the table. Somehow, Diddy Kong finds it and fields it cleanly, but that loads the bases with no outs and Peach coming up to the plate.
This is a big chance to not only tie, but to take the lead with a well-placed hit.
Lines it up the middle, diving catch by Critter, who touches second for two. Throw to first, and that's a triple play.
Oh, goodness. His dive just happened to land him on second base to get the second out, then a throw to first for the elusive triple play. A huge base-running blunder by the Monarchs in such a critical situation.
To go from bases loaded and no outs to ending the inning after one swing of the bat is crushing in this moment. To add insult to injury, they have to come out and face Donkey Kong at the plate first thing. Double-digit home runs on the season best in the league. Line drive and leaping catch by Baby Daisy to retire Donkey Kong.
All the focus was put on getting the reigning MVP out and not avoiding base-running mistakes.
King K. Rool is up now and crushes the ball to deep center field. Fielders under it leap, and it's caught by Toadette, who is launched into the air and saves another run from scoring for the Wilds.
I don't think people know how difficult of a play that is to make. The timing has to be impeccable. Both fielders have to be on the exact same page. It takes excellent player chemistry to achieve that successfully.
Funky Kong steps up to the plate, surfboard in hand. Daisy charges up the first pitch. Liner leap and caught by Peach, who nabs it for the third out to carry us into the bottom of the fourth.
This game is literally as close as it can get without it being tied. Both teams doing well on the mound and on defense. Not a whole lot of bad action going on, though, other than a home run for each team.
Daisy at the plate, swings and lines it to right center. Sneaks under the table for a hit and rolls to the wall. Daisy's on her way to second base, and she'll slide in safely with a leadoff double.
That's a huge way to lead things off with the Monarchs. Chances are running out, but they only need one run to bring it back.
And that brings up the Monarchs' biggest bat, Petey Piranha, to the plate. Here's the pitch. Petey crushes it, high and deep to left center, going way back. Baby DK is there, but it lands behind him off the wall as Daisy cruises into third base, and Petey gets in with a stand-up double.
Wow, I thought that ball was going to give the Monarchs the lead, but Petey hit it to probably the deepest nook in the field and just missed it.
Blue Toad will look to drive at the tying run with no outs, lofts it into right center, and it gets down. Some confusion on the bases, and Petey Piranha is thrown out trying to get back to second.
Yikes. Daisy held up because she thought it was going to be caught. But Petey went full speed to third, then had to try to scamper back.
Hit on the ground to Critter in second base, throw goes home, and Daisy is thrown out trying to score the tying run, and the Wilds hold on to the lead for now.
Interesting decision by Critter there to go home with it rather than going to second for the double play to end the inning. I guess with the speed of the Toads. He didn't feel like the double play was a sure thing, so he trusted his arm to make the throw home, and it seems to have worked out for now.
Donkey Kong takes over on the mound for the Wilds. Baby Daisy crushes the pitch down the third baseline going back, but it just gets foul, and she just missed a home run. Wow.
Wow is right.
Grounder to Dixie at shortstop, throws to second to get the runner and end the threat and maintain the lead for the Wilds.
Man, that inning started with everything going right for the Monarchs, then ended with everything going wrong for them. If things were just a few feet of difference, this would be a different score right now. I guess that can be said about any game, so I said nothing profound there. But this one just feels like it could have gone either way at various different points.
Critter pops it up in the infield, and Baby Daisy makes the catch for the first out of inning number 5. That brings up Brown Critter, who is 0 for 1 this game. He smokes that one, and it is going way back to center field. I don't know about this one. Toadsworth launched and makes the catch to steal another home run away from the Wilds. That is out number 2.
That's the theme in this one. So many almost home runs and home runs stolen. I would love to crunch the numbers later and see what the score would have been if every almost home run was a home run. Not that it matters, but I'm just curious about things like that.
That brings in Baby DK here with 2 outs. He singled in his previous at-bat. 0-1 pitch, swung on and lined up the middle for a base hit to give the Wilds some 2-out hope here as they try to add some cushion to their lead. Diddy Kong somersaults to the plate. 1 for 2 this game with a single. Daisy is charging up her flower ball pitch. Diddy Kong responds by charging up his banana swing, lines it to left field, and the curve on it confused Red Toad in left field. Diddy Kong is on with a single and moves Baby DK over to second base.
A little two-out rally here is rattling Daisy a bit.
Dixie Kong will look to keep it going here. Line drive up the middle dive and caught by Baby Daisy to end the threat and keep the score as it was. That will segue us into the bottom of the 5th and final inning, barring a tie at the end of it.
It's the batters at the back of the lineup, so not the bats you want up as your last hope. But we've seen the Monarchs be able to rally at any part of the lineup.
Toadsworth will start it off, and he got on base his last at bat. Hits it right to Tiny Kong, who tags first base for the first out, though. Hard hit ball, but easy play for Tiny Kong.
Yeah, a bit of a rocket there, but she hardly had to move to get that one.
Baby Peach takes her first pitch over for a strike. Here's the next pitch. Swinging a liner, but it's caught, as that one, too, was right at a fielder.
Some hard hit balls, but they're just not finding the empty spaces out there.
Toadette awaits her pitch. Swing and floats it into center field, and it bounces off the table and will end up rolling out to the outfield wall. Toadette will make it in easily to second for a 2-out double to keep the Monarchs going in this one.
Yeah, and now the team captain herself is up in a big spot with 2 outs in the tying run in scoring position.
Peach is 0 for 2, but will look to come through here. It's a line drive, but it is caught by Critter to put an end to this one. The Wilds will take the series lead and win Game 1 of the Mario Sluggers League Championship Series by squeaking out a 2-1 victory today on the deck of Daisy Cruiser.
Quite the nail-biter this one was. These two teams are so evenly matched and they counter each other so well. So many close plays that could have shifted the tide, pun intended, more in either direction. It's not over yet. Still at least one game to play and anything can happen. I'm beyond excited to see it continue to play out.
Yeah, and it was really one swing that made the biggest impact in this one, and that is the 2-run home run by Critter back in the 2nd inning, making him the MVP of Game 1 of the series.
Yeah, and not to mention, as always, he made some fantastic defensive plays and was responsible for both of their runs. Easy choice here and well-deserved.
Here's our box score for this one today. Boom, boom. What is the biggest thing that stood out to you from this one?
This one was exactly what you'd expect from a championship series opener. A tight, hard-fought game. Critter provided the biggest swing of the afternoon with a 2-run home run. And as it turned out, those were the only runs the DK Wilds would need. The Monarchs actually out-hit the Wilds 9-7. With Toadette going a perfect 3-4-3 and PD Piranha supplying the Monarchs' lone run with a solo homer. But championship games are won by pitching and timely hitting, and the Wilds got both. Dixie Kong battled through 3 2/3 strong innings, allowing just 1 run before handing the ball to Donkey Kong, who slammed the door with 1 1/3 scoreless innings to earn the save. The Monarchs put runners on base all afternoon, but they could never find the big hit they needed. Meanwhile, the Wilds made the most of their opportunities, and that aforementioned 2-run blast proved to be the difference, as DK takes a 1-0 lead in the championship series.
And now it's time to look ahead. The series is not won in a single game. As we head over to Luigi's Mansion tomorrow night, the Wilds will have the chance to secure their championship. On the flip side, the Monarchs will look to take Game 2 and force a Game 3 to keep their championship hopes alive. Boom, boom, I hope you aren't afraid of ghosts, because I've heard some spooky things about Luigi's Mansion.
Nah, not these ghosts at least. Boos are actually pretty shy and easygoing. I've worked with them a few times. They're little tricksters, so you'll need to watch out for that. But they're ultimately harmless, little fellas, as long as you leave them be.
Well, I certainly plan to steer clear. Anyways, it's time for us to sign off until tomorrow. For Boom Boom and Pauline, I'm MC Ballyhoo signing us off. Good night and joy be with you all.